All right. Game one, we have Lica and Daescu on the far side. Starting us off, Zane Navratil and Althoff Merchant on the near side.
That's a big man wearing That's a big man wearing a lot of plum.
It sure is. Those are two big men over there. Those are like two 6'4" giants over there.
Our reigning bronze medalists
of nationals, absolutely, on the far side. That is for sure. There's going to be a lot of animation coming out of Althoff Merchant. He just like comes out of him like he's a cartoon character. It just radiates.
And we saw Daescu in Punta Gorda team up with Tyson McGuffin to win.
Absolutely.
You're going to see a lot of that right there out of Althoff Merchant. He likes that attack from that transition area like that. He'll roll that forehand. It's a lot of control.
And just in case, we mentioned it on Thursday on Singles Day, but we are sanctioned here at the APP Tour by USA Pickleball, so we're following all of the new 2021 rules that went into effect, including the let serve rule, drop serve. That's why you see Zane occasionally doing his paddle roll toss serve.
The Zane saw.
So it looks like Lica, who's just about to serve here, and Daescu are definitely targeting Merchant, I would say, at this point. Not really letting Zane Navratil get too involved at this point. We'll see if Zane can insert himself a little bit more. Nice job there. One, 2-2 here in game one. Oh, nice little two-handed backhand from Zane Navratil. You'll see that a lot this match. Caught crash in the net. 2-1-1, Merchant serving. Oh, there's that two-handed backhand, but this time threads the needle right up the middle.
It's a good hold. He went twice to the sideline against and then held that two-hander and flipped middle.
Three, 1-1. I mean, it's a good attack. Daescu's probably got a foot over most people at the kitchen line, being able to reach those balls. Just kind of put it a little low. Oh, no.
Little miscommunication there from Daescu and Lica. Last second, Daescu letting Lica know to take that, and Lica already thought that Daescu was going to hit that.
The ball was already half past him by the time he tried to get it going, so fortunately.
I did not see the final of that match, Lauren, over there on court 3.
Oh, no.
Between Barr and Deacon and Farias and Yates. Will be interesting to kind of see when that score gets reported. Unfortunately, I did not see the end of it.
We'll let you guys know. We were busy watching this amazing match right here. I mean, we can only watch so many amazing things happening at once.
I mean, we can't commentate 3 matches at once.
I feel like that's not a undertaking I would like to take on at this point. But, oh. Krinkar tried to sneak through and caught herself as we're getting back to the action here. Of course, this is we're a couple rounds into our men's bracket here. So we have Zane Navratil and Zane Merchant as we come back from this timeout. What did I say? Did I mix them up?
I said Zane Navratil and Zane Merchant.
Oops, excuse me.
Zane and Zane.
I was like, wait, what did I say?
Oh.
Okay,
Wow,
all right.
there it is. And not for nothing, Lica and Daescu are obviously taller, larger than Merchant and Navratil, but I think it's going to play opposite. Merchant and Navratil are going to want to play and speed up more than Daescu and Lica are, as you're seeing right here. Daescu and Lica are going to play a slower game more. Merchant got exactly what he wanted right there. He doesn't miss that backhand
No, that's
very often.
one of his faves, that's for sure. Six, 1-2. Zane Navratil serving with that little spin before he serves. A little double middle action. Unfortunately, puts that ball into the net.
So he does, when Zane's doing that, Navratil's doing that serve, he's creating different spin on that ball. It's not just flat. It's different spin. He's got a side spin on it so that when he makes contact and hits it, the ball will jump one way or another.
Oh, yeah, he mixes it up. It's not just one amazing serve.
No, I had a good conversation with Johnson Cola yesterday about that. That's a great put away there from Daescu down the middle.
That was interesting because Zane sort of jumped middle as well, almost in front of Merchant's, forehand as he went to hit that. I was a little surprised that Zane went that way. I
think he did because he felt Althoff Merchant getting to the sideline just a little on that shot before. But
clips the net, but does not stay in. Lica and Daescu really need to get something going here if they want to at least stay in this game one here. Daescu doing a great job catching Merchant kind of right on that hip area. Wow. Oh.
Yeah,
he called it good. I was like, that was fantastic. And a nice loud cheer out of Ed and Lica there.
That's a good poach there from Navratil. With just a half step behind that, end up reaching a little too far for it. Just in case the people on court 21 didn't know, that ball was out.
The did not hear Althoff Merchant saying out.
And that's just a case of Merchant is in the point, so he's just he's getting more and more middle, but he's the one attacking and on the aggressive side right there, and there's nothing really you can do except try and put that away, and ends up ball behind him.
Great job by Merchant. Quick hands there, able to put that up at Lica's upper body area. Dumped in the net. 3-9-2.
Oh,
Nice.
that's just
Yep, Zane made a little move to the line. I think he thought Lica was going down the line, and Lica read him really well and right up that empty middle. Oh, nice job by Daescu and Lica correcting their server. 4-9-2.
Oh, wow.
Wowzers.
That's incredible. The patience there, but again, you're seeing that it's Althoff and it's Merchant and Navratil, the ones that are wanting to attack, and Lica and Daescu are the ones that want to stay slow, and just like that, Navratil hits a great angle and a put away.
Navratil was done letting them get points.
Yeah, that ball's in the Coke holder over there.
9-5-1 here in game one of this men's pro doubles match. Oh, a little net clipper. Merchant unable to recover after Daescu attacks that. Oh, and we got a timeout. All right. I mean, Lica and Daescu kind of made a little run there. They're coming back. Merchant and Navratil were up, I think, 8-1 as this game one was getting started. The gap is closing here. Are Lica and Daescu just kind of settling in a little bit more? Navratil, Merchant unable to get the balls they want.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. You knew they were going to settle in, and you're seeing the conversation right now between Daescu and Lica, kind of going over what they're looking for. And I think they just need to stay with the game that they're playing. You do not want to get into a firefight too much with Navratil and Merchant, because they are two of the harder hitters and want to play that game and speed it up. It's not like Daescu and Lica can't handle that, but it's just not the game you want to get into. Daescu and Lica have two of the softest hands out there for big guys in general, and they'll play that game, but I think they need to just set up their points. So one more side out here, and they can make that happen.
All right, back from this timeout, though. Merchant and Navratil up 9-5.
And there's just a little pressure from Daescu on the Ernie attempt, and just kind of throws Merchant off a little bit, tries to have to hit that dink perfect, and makes a mistake, and we got a side out.
Someone was asking, I believe Daescu and Lica are both 6'4", I believe. So not little guys.
No, not at all. Oh, wins that firefight right there. Daescu just kind of walking back, staring that shot down. I like it.
That's the problem. Playing such tall guys, you have to keep those balls down because they can attack so much more than someone who's not as tall could.
So you're getting into that what Merchant and Navratil want. You win one of them, and then all of a sudden you think, oh, I can do it again, and you're just getting sucked right into what they want. Good leave.
Wow.
Good leave from Navratil, reading that ball's chest high. Ball's going to sail, and it
they
does.
Got a little lucky there. Merchant, I think, not the correct shot there, and Lica had him, and unfortunately sent it just long, but otherwise he had a wide open what he wanted there. And this is game point here for Navratil and Merchant. There's that. If you just the hair to he can basically reach the net with his arm already. If you give him just an inch too much, he's attacking it. And that's what we saw there. But Merchant has one more.
Oh. So Daescu goes for the Ernie, gets it, but doesn't get everything he wants on it. Ends up being a game point for Merchant and Navratil.
And there it is. Game one goes to those two gentlemen. We're going to take a very quick sponsor break here, guys. We'll be right back for game two. Lauren McLaughlin, along with my wingman extraordinaire, Dominic Catalano. I
don't know if anyone's ever called me extraordinaire.
You're welcome,
I like
sir.
that. Thank you.
That's what I'm here for. We are on Championship Court here, one of 3 championship courts here in our beautiful stadium setup. We are streaming 2 courts simultaneously, so check out our other stream to see what action we have going on there as well. But we're going to get right back into the action here for our men's pro doubles match. We have Eden Lica and Andre Daescu on the near side now. Althoff Merchant and Zane Navratil on the far side after we've switched ends for game 2. And we're off and running. Oh. Navratil read that perfectly. He saw Lica come up to the net. Daescu was still back. And Navratil still got that setup that got popped up, and he put it right between his feet. Good read by Navratil there.
Great resets by Lica and Daescu, but just couldn't work their way back up. Got pinned at the baseline. You're seeing Navratil just daring Lica to go behind him. And he's just sitting right there in the middle, right on cue. He's sitting in that middle because he wants to do that right there and take that ball out of the middle.
Well, we're Lica and Daescu are targeting Merchant. They're trying to keep it away from Navratil for the most part. And so Navratil's doing, oh my gosh! What the?
Wow.
I knew it. Navratil was like, are you serious? Did you just see what I did? And you do that? Oh my gosh. That was unbelievable. Did you see him? Oh, Navratil with the spin behind the back, and then he got the next one. Oh, my gosh. I don't even. Unbelievable.
There it is. That's what Zane's trying to do. Right? Althoff steps off the court and just says, here you go, Navratil, take this. Because that's what Zane's trying to do is take that middle and take charge of that.
Absolutely. And you're seeing, Navratil is the one who's got, obviously, Merchant is playing a big role as well, but Navratil's getting kind of the finishing shots here. And it's putting a lot of pressure on Lica and Daescu to be perfect with their shots because they kind of know that Navratil's just waiting. He's just any chance to get in there, to poach, to get in front of a ball. So it becomes much harder to keep it away. 3-0-1. Game 2.
It's a good leave by Daescu. Reading again, ball chest high, attacked from transition. That ball's going out.
Ooh-wee.
The chest bump.
Fist bump. Merchant has just so many amazing moves that he does. 4-0-2. Like we said, always entertaining. Oh, that is his, like you mentioned, that's his shot. That is what Merchant wants every single rally.
Yeah, that's his bread and butter. He's not going to miss that very often.
Of course, he's a lefty, so that's his forehand in the middle, which is why they stack that way.
I think it was a little long. I do agree with Daescu and Lica. Think it was a little long, but
1-4-1. We carry on.
Must have been in. Ball doesn't lie. No.
That is one of my favorite things in pickleball. The whole
ball doesn't lie.
Whatever happens on the next point tells you exactly
Yeah.
what the actual call was.
It's a good ball.
I could tell Navratil wasn't quite sure from how long it took for him to stare that ball down.
Oh, they saw it out.
Okay, so
It's on our far side. It's hard for us to see that. So they called it out. It was out. And never mind, it was in.
well, I think
So
look at that, great sportsmanship. Everyone just love to see it.
I think
Real competitors, but
I think Navratil and Merchant disagreed. So when two partners disagree, ball's in. Merchant looks back and says, make sure you guys know that I called that out.
4-2-1 here in game 2. Merchant serving to Lica. Oh, Navratil wound up and crushed that ball with his two-handed backhand right there.
You want to talk about a matchup? Steve Kennedy and Jaime Onsines versus Scott Moore and Rick Witskin on our second stream. That's going to be a battle over there.
Oh, you can see Navratil's face. He had exactly what he wanted. And our stadium dome is filling up here at the Delray Beach Tennis Center.
We got a nice little crowd on hand right now.
Love everyone, spread out. Lots of space.
Yeah, that's a nice part about it. We do have a lot of people here watching, and but they are all nicely spread out. And
if you wanted to come on down and you're in the area, please do. I believe it is $10 for the day to be in the stadium watching all these matches.
Daescu gets the roll off the net. Maybe something they need right here to get back in this. A little luck of the roll off the net there, and 3-5.
Navratil hits that forehand with so much top spin as it comes up. You know, Lica was there, but you know, as it comes off the paddle, it can do crazy things. 5-3-1.
Good jump there from Daescu, jumping that kitchen line for the Ernie.
Which with legs as long as that is much easier than for me. I mean, Lica has barely moved his feet. He's just right there in a groove, dinking. Oh, it stayed in.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no, what happened? I feel like
they thought it was going out, and they
stopped playing.
Navratil and Merchant just stopped playing because they thought that block was out. It actually lands on the line and opens up the center for Lica to just hit the easy winner. But great point there all around. If you watch Merchant's dinks, incredible the pressure he puts on with these dinks.
There's a full
and the stare down, the hop, the
hulk.
dance.
He hulked out, and then he did a little skip back with a little shimmy, a little shoulder shake.
Love having Althoff Merchant out here on center court. Always entertaining.
At least for those of us watching. Wow, great get by Lica. Navratil crushed. Wow, and they're back at the net.
Wow, Zane goes to a knee.
He was kneeling for like 2 points. Holy cow. People standing up.
Look at these two.
There are people standing.
Oh, you got Lica and Merchant high-fiving at the net right there. That's awesome.
My goodness gracious. 4-5-2 here in game 2.
Zane just said, look at those dinks. They're just penetrating low dinks, backing Lica off the line.
Oh, no.
That's tough right there.
Yeah.
These guys, it's just so much respect from each side of the court. You know, they're just as players, and they respect each other's games. And you're seeing just kind of high fives between players across the net because they don't want to see points end like that hit the net and clip and drop over.
Oh, my goodness. And the thing was, Daescu had that. He needed one extra step, an extra half step to get the right position. He was so overextended, he wasn't able to get over it the way he wanted to.
4 shots before that, though, Althoff thought he hit a winner.
He sure did.
He stopped playing for a half a second.
Haven't seen many of those. This is why I love doubles so much, Dom. Double the personalities on the court versus singles.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd think Althoff was the one who hit that winner, the way he celebrates. But that was Navratil's wicked two-handed backhand at an amazing angle there in the corner of the stadium now. Six, 5-2. Oh, a little floating lob serve, mixing it up. Ooh.
Ball is punished down the middle from Lica.
Daescu obviously very frustrated about that net court. Checking his paddle now to make sure it's okay. Sometimes in the heat of the moment, you're like, oh, I gotta.
Hold on.
Oh, we might have
We do have a warning.
A warning here, which is appropriate, I would say.
And so with that warning comes almost a 1 minute cooling off process while the referee records that. Daescu getting a warning for throwing his paddle down.
Which, you know, that there's no argument. There's no disagreeing with that. I mean, he did it. It was very clear. And, you know, it's not a technical warning at this point. There's no points given or taken at this point. So just a warning at this point. But I think if there was a second infraction, there would be some point penalties associated.
I have
5-6-2.
Chris Evon and Terry Graham citing
U.S. Open.
The U.S. Open owners and directors, hanging with Ken Herman.
Very much looking forward to the U.S. Open next month.
We get to play.
I mean, I'm not playing in it, but I'll be there.
I'm actually playing.
Ooh, hey.
Oh, that's a great job.
Oh, my. Oh, no. Wow. I thought it had a chance. My goodness. Do you see Zane on a knee behind Merchant, though, just in case?
Now, Daescu and Lica taking a lead here in game 2, 7-6. Oh, that's a great job by Daescu, cutting off that angle for Merchant and hitting the backhand winner cross court.
And welcome to everyone if you're just joining us. I think the West Coast is probably just waking up here on this beautiful Saturday morning, at least here in southern Florida. Oh, we got a ball on court. First time we've seen that yet today, so that's good. It's less windy today, so
yes.
there's less twistering going on.
Just wide with that cross-court drop from Lica. After they did take a 2-point lead here, though. I'd like to see Daescu take that ball out of the air instead of letting that bounce, and he kind of deflated there.
We absolutely are having men's and women's matches here streamed on Championship Court, as well as our second grandstand court that we're streaming. We had a women's match before this, and I'm sure we will have another one. Not sure if next or not, but we'll let you know as soon as we know.
That's a good leave there from Daescu. That's almost an unattackable ball from Merchant from so low.
Those are the unforced errors you can't have, Dom, when it's now 8-8 in game 2. Trying to stay alive here, Daescu and Lica. I mean, it is just Althoff Merchant 2-11.
I mean, the biggest part of that shot right there is that he did not try and hit that too hard. He placed that down the middle, and that's a winner. Placement over power.
You don't always have to crush it. You just got to put it in the right spot. Oh, great get by Daescu. Good get by Navratil.
Oh, great job there by Daescu
Wow.
reading that ball and able to get that out of the air and flip middle after some great gets on both sides of the net on a ball that just drips over off a let cord.
Great patience by Lica and Daescu, though, waiting for just the right opportunity to strike.
Wow. That's what happens when you're 6'4" and can jump that like that.
You'll also notice Daescu really he kind of crashes the net loudly. Very sort of makes his presence known, does a lot of sort of like fake out shuffle steps. And when you're that big, that's caught a line.
And the hard part about that is
Wow.
if Daescu's attacking that from transition area, that ball's going out. But he ripped that from the baseline. Merchant not really realizing that he wasn't that far or that close. And that ball stays and dips in. We got a game point on the paddle of Daescu and Lica here in game 2 to force a game 3.
I mean, it's going to be one of those days, Doms. I feel it, We oftentimes, I feel like here at the APP Tour, have a lot of matches that go to game 3. And we got a weather report for everyone at home.
Well, it's 76 and
feels
it
like
feels
76.
like 76.
What do you know? A perfect, beautiful day. Partly cloudy. Winds at a mild
Controllable.
11 miles per hour.
Yeah.
We were gusting to 25 and 30 miles an hour on singles day, which was, the pros mentioned often they were playing against themselves, the opponents, and the wind.
Yeah.
So today, much better conditions weather-wise. I know we had some potential little rain spots in the forecast. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it stays away, but right now a nice cloud cover over the court, making it nice and cool. Great conditions for the players. Like you saw, not too windy. I, of course, am Lauren McLaughlin, along with Dominic Catalano, here all day on Championship Court. We have Morgan Evans and Ari Shanak on our grandstand court.
Oh,
and there it
no,
is.
Just like that.
Oh,
So
no.
anticlimactic.
Very. Navratil does not like to lose a match with a serve return into the net, that's for sure. But just like that, we're going to a game 3 here for our men's pro doubles match on our grandstand court, which is our second streamed court that I just mentioned on Facebook and YouTube. We have a fantastic senior pro men's doubles match going on over there. If you want to check out that action, love being able to show some of our senior pro matches as well. Weren't able always to do that when we just had one court going. So we're going to, get back to the action here on center court. But just want to let you guys know at home, we've got a great new free service available from livepickleball.com. It allows you to get a notification on your phone when your favorite player is appearing on our live streams. Sign up absolutely free at livepickleball.com. Make sure you don't miss all the great action from your favorite players, which is fantastic because who doesn't, everyone's got their faves. And it's kind of like, hey, are they playing? Are they not playing? When are they playing? Are we going to see them?
And you know who does that?
Yep.
Shonda Davidson.
Oh, I know, Shonda. So absolutely go to livepickleball.com. That is an awesome new free service. I mean, why wouldn't you do it? It sounds absolutely amazing. And for any, it's probably any tournament right now, of course. We've got this one going on. But I'm sure they'll be covering other tournaments as well in the future as you continue on. So go to livepickleball.com, pick your favorite players when you want to get notified if they're coming up. It's going to be amazing. But, I see another.
Look at that matchup going on, about to happen on court 3.
Yep, we got a court 3 match. We got Lauren Stratman and Leah Jansen taking on Simone Jargin and Catherine Parento. So that is going to be an absolutely fabulous match as well. That's the problem, Dom. You can only put so many
good
matches on one court, but
Yeah.
we are thrilled to, for the first time ever, have 2 courts streaming at the same time. First time it's ever been done. So we hope you guys at home are loving it and being able to sort of switch back and forth or see, both at the same time if you put them both on your TV in the living room. And a big shout out, of course, to all of our sponsors that help sort of make these tournaments and make these live streams happen. We couldn't really do it without them. And of course, all the volunteers here at the Delray Beach Tennis Center, a big thank you to them. We want to especially thank Melissa McCurley and pickleballtournaments.com, who is running this tournament right now, doing an absolutely fantastic job. She's a taskmaster. Keeps it going, keeps us on track, keeps us rolling. And right now we are back here, championship court. We have Andre Daescu in the blue on the far side, Ed and Lica in the plum, as you mentioned, Tom. We'll call
plum,
it plum.
yeah.
I like it.
Before we get started with this game, I have to give a shout out to someone close who played in our Pro-Am last night.
Wonderful.
Maggie Camuti and her partner Suzanne LeBlanc playing in the 4-5s. They have won their first match, 11-8, 11-9. So just want to give a quick shout out to them before we start.
Love it.
And they're talking right now at the net right now with referee. I do not know what they're talking about because we are not down there. Hold on. It's
something about using a timeout.
No, because hold on.
We'll find out.
Hold on, we're gonna see something. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. I know what happened. We're gonna talk about it in a second. Watch what Zane does here. Okay, so what happened was Andre changed his shirt, and the referee had already called the score. And Zane and Althoff were like, we're not going to let that happen. So she called a side out. And so Althoff and Zane dumped their serves, and then Althoff dumped his. Zane went to a little tennis serve on it.
I think that was in, too.
And then,
just
wait, and then now Eden's going to dump his serve. And now they're back on second serve 0-0.
Oh, I love it.
That is sportsmanship right there.
The crowd clapping.
And so now we're back on.
All right.
That's unbelievable. I love to see that. Good leave there.
All right, so we're 1-0-2. Oh, look at those resets. And Net Clipper was the only reason, because he was in a groove. He was in a reset groove.
So real quick again, though, so that we talked about that Stratman-Jansen, Jarjim Parento. That's the first semifinal. And the second semifinal for the women is Waters and Waters versus Coop and Carr.
All right.
So those semifinals are set for the women. They're getting ready to play those. Navratil down to a knee again, Lauren.
He is. That's his way of covering the middle. Zero, 1, 2. Sends that long. You mentioned, Dom, our pro women's doubles semifinals are getting ready to be played, but we have one of those coming up next after this match, which is going to be the Waters versus Andrea Coop and Corinne Carr. So that's coming up next, guys. You will not want to miss it. If the boys ever decide to finish this match.
Yeah, that's not on us. We can't do anything about that.
They won't stop playing. 2-0-2.
Good move there by Althoff Merchant. Just not long enough. Needs a few inches take away from maybe Lica or Daescu. So that's the only issue right there is Navratil just tried to do too much with it.
Yep.
You get a little frustrated when they're getting every ball back. And Daescu and Lica out to a 4-0 lead here in game 3.
We will switch ends at 6.
Oh, that's a great inside out from Navratil. Just completely fooling Lica down the line. Lica almost kind of laughing it off. Was not expecting that from Navratil. Navratil a little shocked that Lica came there with that.
Zero 4. Navratil and Merchant looking to get on the board here in game 3.
It's a good spot there from Daescu going backside on Merchant.
Oh, wow. He was coming middle. Lica was coming up the middle with that one for sure, but it clipped the net and unfortunately rolled right down. Merchant.
And Merchant was there in the middle, but the ball clips the net.
Exactly. He was ready for what Lica was trying to do. Oh no! Oh, good recovery.
Yeah. Merchant just couldn't get anything on that ATP or that Ernie.
Yep.
And
I feel like he's going for Ernies that just aren't quite there. Like they are, but he's not a super tall guy. Unless it's set up just enough, he's really kind of overextending himself. You kind of saw he like barely even cleared that one. So I think he maybe needs. I feel like it might be a good strategy to maybe, fake those Ernies and then have Zane cover for him versus actually, going for them, because I think he hasn't had a lot of success yet actually doing them.
yeah.
But knowing that he could and having Navratil back him up, might be an option.
Well, now you have Daescu and Lica on the changeover. 6-0 lead.
Excuse me.
So Navratil and Merchant really need to figure something out here so that this match doesn't get too far away. It's already far enough.
It's on its way.
If they let it get any further away, it's going to be trouble for them to come back and win this third game.
Of course, we'll see, We definitely had a side on Thursday during singles that was clearly sort of the favorite side, or at least the side that the players were consistently doing better on due to the wind conditions, which were quite extreme on Thursday. They're much milder today, so we'll see if perhaps changing ends here gives Merchant Navratil a little boost. 6-0-1, Lica serving as we get back into game 3 here. All right.
That's a 6-0 shot is what that is right there. You're down 6. That's the shot. You're not going to take that shot, but that's a 6-0 lead shot right there from Lica trying to hit that winner down the middle.
Oh, and there's that wind. So the wind is picking up a little bit, and you could see it significantly on that shot. You can see sort of Daescu's shirt billowing in the breeze. Now it's picking up quite significantly, and that ball got held up absolutely because of the wind.
Good leave there. But again, a win behind Navratil and Merchant, carrying that ball just a little.
Yeah, they're going to have to be conscious of that now as it starts to pick up that they maybe can't. Oh, what?
Nice.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, just so you guys know, the circulation in my arm almost went out because Lauren grabbed my arm. But that's incredible
Andre
defense.
Daescu crushed that Ernie. Althoff somehow got it back. Lica crushed the second one. Navratil picked it up.
That's great.
What? That was an unbelievable.
Just get it back. Get the ball back.
Oh, no. You hate to see that. Oh, we got broken ball here.
Oh,
The ball is crushed now, but she's being official. She's being dotting all the I's. While we have this little ball change here, I just want to remind everyone, Kitsch Pickleball is the official apparel of the APP Tour. And if you go to kitschpickleball.com, the rest of today and tomorrow, if you use the code APPDelray, you get 20% off your entire order. So that's for all the rest of today and tomorrow at kitschpickleball.com with the code APPDelray. Six 1-1 here in game 3.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Navratil had exactly what he wanted right there.
And you just wonder if it is, they're just overhitting it.
Yeah, it's
Is the wind a little bit, they're not used to the wind after it's picked up here now. Definitely, wind gusting, and I bet.
So now it's just Merchant and Navratil getting a little frustrated right now and trying to attack and hit balls that they shouldn't. And evident right on that last point, Navratil attacking that ball that he shouldn't right there.
I think they really need to stay very patient at this point as the wind is picking up and gusting as well. They really just need to wait for the right opportunity and not push something. He got...
And oh my goodness, the ball went.
Did he miss it?
Yeah, no, I think he got it. But that ball, Althoff gave up on it because it went past him, but Zane was behind him to get it.
I swear to God, that ball went between Althoff's legs, and Zane picked that up.
But what you're seeing right now is patience is prevailing. Whoever's being more patient is getting set up. Whoever is speeding up first tends to be on the losing end of most of these points right now. That's a great angle, though, there from Navratil.
Finally. I'm a little excuse me.
On
Merchant,
YouTube, go back and watch that.
Oh my gosh. Merchant, though, I'm a little surprised. We've seen him a couple times either just stop playing or give up on the point when it is. Sure, you might you have a 0.001% chance of getting something back or whatever, but don't stop until it's done. And Navratil's kind of,
That's
really filled in the gap on that, but when Althoff is done playing, even if Zane gets it back, he can't then cover the entire court by himself. Oh, yeah. I am Dom, I'm a little surprised at what I'm seeing here. Navratil and Merchant, after winning game 1 11-7 and then losing game 2 11-9, both very close matches. Now, just kind of falling apart a little bit here in game 3.
You're just seeing it, Lauren. Again, say it again. Patience is prevailing. Oh, and then there's just a little kiss off the net. It hits and just dies. But the patience here is winning, and that's what you're seeing as far as a recipe for success here from Daescu and Lica.
It's like they're a little confused about which side they were supposed to be on, but doesn't matter, luckily, for the serving team.
Everybody like that APP hat? It's a nice hat you can get in the store.
Oh, wow.
A little back door there from Lica, but our truck always showing what you can purchase in the store in the middle of the match. We love it. Just kind of subliminally throwing it in there.
In your subconscious.
Yeah. Oh, man, we got a match point here.
This game 3 has not played out the way I thought it was going to, Dom, but...
No. Oh.
Wow. Well, Ed and Lica is very happy about that. What a match. Ed and Lica, Andre Daescu ending up on top here in this epic men's pro double match. Ed and Lica going over there to kiss his girlfriend. Feeling very good about that win. Zane Navratil and Althoff Merchant not done yet for the day. They'll drop down into our consolation bracket. Of course, quite an impressive men's bracket. So we are going to go to a quick break, guys. We'll be back in the studio.